Okay, so we're doing more trigonometric identities, and let me do another problem that is like one of your problems on your test. It says, if x is in the first quadrant and y is in the second quadrant, so right away, let's start trying to draw a picture. And this is where people really start to have some problems, these word problems. And anytime that you can draw a picture in a word problem. So what they said here is x is in the first quadrant, so this is some angle, and they said y is in the second quadrant. You'll notice that I, on purpose, I tried to draw these so they didn't look too similar because I have no information about it. And remember, this is the angle x, this is the angle y, but here the picture that we possibly will use to figure some stuff out about it. So you'll notice I drew a picture. I don't even know what they're asking for yet. The very first thing is I drew a picture if I could. Sine of x is 24 divided by 25. So we have this information. Okay, and it's right away, what do I know that means? That means that this is 24 and this is 25. This is 25 squared minus 24 squared, square root. I'm definitely going to be getting a calculator for that. Sine y is 4/5. So sine of y is 4/5. That means that this is 4 and this is 5. That means that this is 5 squared minus 4 squared, square root. Once again, well, actually this one's pretty easy to do. As a matter of fact, this is just 3. 3, 4, 5 triangles. We recognize these from Pythagoras. Find the exact value of sine x plus y and tangent x plus y and the quadrant in which x plus y lies. So they want us to figure out sine of x plus y and the tangent of x plus y and what quadrant it's in. Well, okay, so let's think about some things here. First off, actually I'm going to get this number. Right away you should be thinking, what angle is x? I mean, how much is angle x? And this is almost 1. They told us it was in the first quadrant. This must be near 90 degrees, because sine of pi over 2 or 90 degrees is 1. So this must be near pi over 2 or 90 degrees. That's just a bit of information that may end up being helpful. And now, let's see what this is, in case we need it. Sine squared minus, 25 squared minus 24 squared. Oh, hey, that's nice. It comes out easy. You know what? I should have recognized this. This is, in fact, 7. So that's pretty sweet. And I'm just checking my numbers to make sure. Yeah, okay. So once again, I'll check these. So this is 25 minus 16, that's 9, square root is 3. And you may be asking yourself, how come you're, checking what is pretty obvious? And that's where many mistakes happen in mathematics, in the simple little places. So always keep in mind of what's going on. So with that picture, now I have the information I need to use the formulas. Okay, so sine of x plus y, this is sine x times cosine y plus sine y times cosine x. This is a fresh marker, it's wonderful. Let's figure out what these are. So we know that sine of x is, actually maybe I'll make a list here. So we know that sine of x is 24 25ths. The cosine of x is 7 divided by 25. That's a terrible looking 7. And for the moment, I'll leave tangent out of it. What do we have here? So we know that the sine of y here is 4/5. They actually gave us that. And the cosine of y is 3/5. So for that, let's plug this into our formula. Sine of x is 24 over 25 times the cosine of y, which is 3/5, plus the sine of y, which is 4/5, times cosine of x, which is 7/25. Okay, so the bottom is the same denominator, is going to be 125. I am going to be lazy and use my calculator. 3 times 24 is 72, so this is 72 plus 28 over 125 plus 28. Oh, hey, this is sweet. 100 over 125 divided by 125, and of course this is just 80%, or this is 0.8. This is 4/5. Okay, so the sine of x plus y is equal to 4/5. The first reason, or the first thing is that we need to think about is we should feel slightly uncomfortable with this. Not necessarily, but you'll notice that the sine of x plus y, we just figured out, perhaps incorrectly, which I'm going to go check, is equal to 4/5, and yet they're giving us that sine of y is 4/5. So this makes me suspicious. And so what we have to do, and this is a really great thing that this happened, let's go figure out if there's a mistake anywhere here, and let's think about what this means. And the first thing I'm going to do is look back at this bit right here. So sine x is 24/25. Cosine y, well, first let's make sure we have the formula right. Sine x plus y, is it in fact sine x cosine y, sine y cosine x? Yeah, that's correct. Cosine x is 24/25. Cosine y, we figured, is 3/5. I'm comfortable with that. Sine of y is 4/5. And cosine of x is in fact 7/5. So this is 125 on the bottom. I'm comfortable with that. 72 and 28 is in fact 100. And divided by 125 is 0.8. And that is 4/5. Okay, so far I don't see any mistakes on this. So what does that say about what quadrant this is? So sine is still positive. Okay, so this is great. Something really great has happened here. Students never get to see this, especially when it's being filmed, because they'll go back and erase it. What we did here is we were working through this problem, and I come up with an answer that I don't like, because we come up with the answer is 4/5, but that was the original sine of y, right? So right away I'm thinking that something is wrong here. And now I got to try and figure out what is wrong. And what we've done is we've gone through this. Yes, I'm using the right formula. Yes, these numbers are right. And then I go back over here. Where's the screw up? And the screw up is here. In this picture, yes, this is 3, but where is this in terms of this picture? This is -3. So cosine y is negative, and this is cosine in second quadrant is negative. Here's what this is. This was just me being dumb, which happens. A couple of extra brain cells didn't fire up. The reason why I didn't pull this out of here to make it look like, I'm a little smarter than I am, because after you get to know me, you'll realize about the truth anyway, is that these kinds of mistakes, so this should have been the minus of this that I'm looking for, because x is negative over here. If that's true, this is this. Now let's come back and see what this is. It's very important. This kind of analysis is really what you can get out of math. This can do something for you. So now we got 3 divided by 5, that's negative, times 24 divided by 25. Well, actually, so this is just easy. This is negative, and what do we got? Plus 28. So this is negative 44 over 125. And I'm not going to have, this is the last of this lecture and I'm running out of time. So this is equal to negative 44 over 125. We're going to have to move on to the next lecture. This is a great lesson here on exactly what can happen and just how you have to continually be vigilant about checking how you're writing things down. And I guess I'll see you next time.